Okay, so today is Sunday, October 2nd, and every first weekend I get to get into a lot of the museums free because I have Bank of America. And today I'm here at the Museum of Fine Arts, the MFA. Let's go. Hello. I have the Bank of America.
And then you'll just need to check your monocolour selfie stick. It's not allowed in the museum.
Is this allowed?
Yeah, the camera's allowed.
Okay.
Just no extra regalia.
All right.
Got it again.
Oh, okay.
Hello, how are
Hello.
you, sir?
Good, how are
They're
you?
going to want you to check your backpack and the
Yeah.
coat check room around to the left.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So right now I'm in like the middle thingy, I don't know what to call it, but man, it sucks that I can't bring my tripod in. I can't take like videos of myself. Not that you guys want to see that, but still. That was alright. It was my 7th time here, so nothing really too new. Actually, let me walk home first and I'll talk about this. No. I just dropped my camera and it did this. I think I can fix it actually. Damn it. Okay, so as you can see here, the lens like shutter is completely broken. So I think this is fixable. Alright, back to my camera, and I also changed. Before I get into talking, my mom sent me something. It says, 보고 싶은 놈은 Michael, who I want to see. She basically said, it's okay to be adventurous, but please take care of your hair, like the health of my hair. So she's talking about me dyeing my hair. Well, she didn't find this out through my vlog because actually no one in my family knows about my vlog. But I guess she saw some pictures that my brother sent. So she sent me this, which I don't know. I don't exactly know what it is. What is this? Oh, I'm supposed to wash my hair first. Wow, you can see my roots. So it says, put your hair up, take off the sticker, put this on my head. Massaging my hair. I'm pretty sure I did this wrong because this is supposed to stay on my head. It's good enough. It says leave for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and wash. Alright, so I'll just leave it like this. Okay, now let's talk about what I was going to talk about. What am I doing? Just a little warning. Today it's going to be just mostly me talking about museum and art in general. So if you don't care about art, or if you don't care about me, then just feel free to skip it because this is going to be very boring. So as I was saying before, that was my 7th time visiting the MFA. And honestly, not much changes every time I go there. Maybe the more contemporary exhibits kind of change, but other than that, everything stays relatively the same. Now, surprisingly, or unsurprisingly for those of you who know me better, I'm not much of a person who enjoys art. Well, I should kind of specify because I have a whole blog dedicated to music, and I do appreciate music, which is a form of art. So I guess I'm more talking about like the paintings or the sculptures that are inside these museums that I visit. I find it kind of hard to appreciate them. I mean, I find it easy to appreciate the artists, the people who created the artworks. I might look at a painting and be amazed by the talent or the creativity of the artist. But when it comes to the artwork itself, I feel like in order to appreciate it, there needs to be something more. It should bring out some sort of emotion out of me. And at that point, it's really not just about the artwork, but it's also about me and what I'm going through, what I'm feeling. So it's definitely harder to appreciate the art than the artist. And in recent years, there was only one painting that I really appreciated. Like, I felt something just looking at it. And that's a painting called The Wave by Emil Nolde, who, according to my friend, is a Nazi supporter, but that is completely besides the point. But anyways, with all that said, then why do I walk miles and miles to go to a museum that I've already visited that is full of things that I really don't appreciate? And I do have an answer, and it's because I appreciate two other things. The first one being the museum itself, and the second one being the people inside the museum. So let me expand on the first one first. Now, MFA is a fairly large museum, 4 floors, maybe 5, split into different regions, different time periods, different movements, and as you can probably imagine, it gets pretty easy to feel lost in there. Not only do you not know where you are in the museum, but you don't know where you are in history. And MFA does a surprisingly good job in not making you feel overwhelmed by the whole experience. And they do this in a few different ways. The first one being they actually have physical boundaries between exhibits, where they have tall windows so you can get a glimpse of the outside world, the real world. So it kind of lets you hit that reset button before you go into the next one. And there's also the smell and the lighting. Now, smell is one of my favorite things. I have a very sensitive nose, so some of the exhibits, I actually don't know how intentional this was, but some of the exhibits on the first floor, they have a very distinct smell to them. So the more of the ancient exhibits might have that bit of a dusty smell, along with the more yellowish light, while as the modern one will have a very fresh smell with a white light. There are also exhibits that have dimmer lighting, some of them, other ones have bright lighting. So they make a real good use of this whole smell and lighting to kind of create the boundaries between these exhibits. And that's one thing I appreciate about the museum itself. There are also other things like the little subtleties that they have. My favorite one being in the American Wing, you enter a room full of paintings, and as you're walking across looking at the paintings, you come across a painting that's a little bit odd. It feels a little bit different, so you take your time looking at it, and then it suddenly hits you. You realize that this painting is actually the painting of the room that you're standing in. And you look around and you can find the exact spot where the person was when he was painting that. So it's like a sudden realization, and it's really refreshing. There are also other ones where I don't want to spoil it, because a huge part of that experience is kind of figuring out yourself and putting the pieces together, and then it's like hits you. So I don't want to spoil it too much, but there are a lot of those inside the MFA, and that's also one thing that I really appreciate about the museum itself. Now, the second thing I said I appreciate about museum was the people inside of it. And this one might sound a little creepy, and I will have some very creepy footage of me recording others. I don't get to do this when I go to museums with others, unless like I'm really close with you or I feel comfortable with you. I won't do this. Oftentimes I would just rush through exhibits, and then I'll sit down, or I'll just stand in the corner just staring into nothing. And I might look bored out of my mind, but I'm actually just observing the people. And there are different groups of people who come alone, couples, there are also families. And I might make stories about them, like what brought them here, or usually I'll think about, what is that person thinking looking at that artwork? Like, what is that lady thinking sitting on that couch staring into that painting of a naked woman? That is a large part of the fun that I have at museums. But please don't do that. Please don't follow people. Please don't record people. Please don't eavesdrop. It's only okay because I do it. Is this done? Can't tell if this is done or not. Doesn't feel any different. But yeah, I think that's it for this vlog. I'm sorry for talking so much. I didn't have much footage because the camera broke, but I fixed it, so I'll probably try to do this every month. Every first weekend of the month I'll try to go to a museum. Hopefully I won't talk about it this much, but you'll definitely see footage